So please help me welcome to the stage, everybody, ENVP Suzanne Van Parys.
This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. Woohoo! Oh my God, who's excited to be here? Okay, look at this place. Oh my gosh, hasn't everything already been so amazing? You guys loving this? We love you, I love you, woohoo! So the energy, the music, oh my gosh, everything. But speaking of music, you know, just last week, I was saying to my kids, when Robin Thicke's song Blurred Lines came on, I said to them, oh my gosh, maybe they'll play that cool tune when I'm walking out on stage to do my CNTC training, because, you know, I'm thinking, cool mom, cool tune, right? And my daughter, my 12-year-old daughter, Claire, says, with a horrified look on her face, Mom, do not dance. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then my 9-year-old son, Graydon, had to add his little bit of sting in there, and he said, you will embarrass the whole family. Really? The whole family will be embarrassed? Come on, I'm actually a pretty good dancer. I learned some of those moves from Kelly GT, I'm just saying, okay? All right? I am beyond thrilled and honored to be here with all of you. I'm just an ordinary girl with extraordinary dreams, and when I started my Arbonne business almost 6 years ago, I wanted something different. A life by design, an opportunity to show my kids what's important, and to be happy. I was tired of being stressed out and unappreciated in the corporate world. For me, having my kids was a real eye-opener. I was ready to step outside my comfort zone and go for something more and stop settling for something less. So when I was introduced to Arbonne, I jumped right in. Not only have I fit my business into my life, but as a family, we are creating these precious memories through experiences that we would never had the opportunity to enjoy if it weren't for Arbonne that will last a lifetime. I am so excited about the future. My goal for today is to explore the power of 5 habits for success and inspire you all to cultivate some positive, constructive habits of your own to transform your life and your business. How's that sound? Awesome. So what is a habit? The definition is a settled or regular tendency or practice that is acquired through frequent repetition, especially one that is hard to give up. The good news is habits aren't destiny. They are not predetermined, and they are 100% in your control. They are activities that can be consciously ignored, changed, or replaced. When harnessed, they are positive, constructive choices you can consciously make and practice to the point where not only do they become second nature, they become hard to give up. They are a tool you can use to ensure your success. I'm not saying developing positive habits will always be quick and easy, but with discipline, it is absolutely possible. It takes approximately 30 days to create a new habit. Imagine the power we all have to dramatically change not just our businesses, but our lives by making some conscious choices and putting them into action for just 30 days. So where do you start? Well, by becoming conscious of your own habits and how they define the life that you are currently living. Hundreds of habits influence our day. Think about it. What did you do before you went to bed last night? What time did you go to bed, and what time did you get up? When you woke up this morning, some late people over there, when you woke up this morning, what was the first thing you did? Did you hop in the shower? Did you check your email? Did you grab that first cup of coffee, healthy breakfast, or not so great snack? Did you brush your teeth before or after your shower? Did you floss? How about the rest of your day? Salad or burger for lunch? When you came home, Did you go for a run or pour a drink? After the kids went to bed, did you just sit down at your desk and make calls, or did you veg out in front of the TV? The truth is, our lives are made up of our habits. They are the backbone of how we engage with the world, ourselves, and each other. Most of the choices we make each day may feel like the products of well-considered decision-making, but a good chunk of them aren't. They are habits we have unconsciously fallen into, and whether we like it or not, they have an enormous impact on our health, productivity, financial security, and our happiness. If we don't make conscious choices focused on improving ourselves, we often create habits based on the path of least resistance. Habits are a powerful tool that can transform your life into the one you want it to be. We can move habits from unconscious activities to tools for success. Let's jump in and count down from number 5. So number 5 is goal setting. So goal setting is a really powerful habit. It's thinking about your ideal future. Goals will provide you with a clear vision of where you want to go. Goal setting is used by top athletes, successful business leaders, and achievers in all fields. So many people go through life without any clear direction, and then one day they wake up and they wonder why their lives look the way they do. It's no different from planning a road trip. You will never get to your destination if you don't know exactly where you want to go and map it out. The truth is, people don't plan to fail, they simply fail to plan. So get in the habit of thinking about and writing down your goals every single month, the first day of the month. Write your goals down and put them somewhere you can see them every day. I write mine in my calendar and a whole bunch of other places and post them everywhere. They are a constant reminder of where I'm going and what I want to achieve. By placing them everywhere and seeing them every day, you will subconsciously rewire your brain to focus on them and see them as truths. You can't always control an outcome, but you can control your personal performance. So I recommend that you set performance goals. Don't give someone else the power by waiting on them to take action. You need to be in the driver's seat. Choose goals that are clearly defined, that you are able to action, are achievable, and are time-sensitive so you can measure your performance. An example of some great Arbonne goals to get in the habit of setting may be things like doing 3 asks a day, 5 days a week, booking and holding a minimum of 6 group presentations per month, adding 1 new contact to your 100-person list each day, holding 4 one-on-one business appointments each week, or following up with 5 people each week. Whatever they are, be accountable and stick with them. Make goal setting a habit every single month and go for it. Don't give up until the last minute on close day. Our job is to do everything we can humanly do to hit that goal, because it's in the going for it that your business really grows. That is where the magic happens. We know that some months you may not reach all those goals, but the growth comes from in the going for it and pushing yourself. So even if you don't hit them, you'll have gotten further ahead than you would have otherwise. People who get what they want tend to be the ones who make the effort to know what they want. Get in the habit of setting goals. Utilize the power of goal setting in your life and find out just what you can accomplish with a little inspiration and planning and a lot of action and determination. Number 4 is just do it. One of the great things about Arbonne is that it's a really social business and can be so much fun. Attending an event like CNTC is imperative to your success. It gives you the opportunity to make connections, understand our culture, get excited and be inspired, but the real work happens when we are back in the privacy of our own businesses, when no one else is looking and you are only accountable to you. It all comes down to taking 100% responsibility and keeping yourself motivated. You need to lead yourself first and do the do. This business is all about duplication, so you better make sure that what you're doing is worth duplicating. And remember that before the public adulation, there are a whole host of private wins and losses. How many of us know people who talk a good game, but when it comes down to it, refuse to get in the game? Let's be honest, we all do, right? Maybe some of us are those people, or were, before we finally committed to ourselves, the process, and this business. The truth is, there is no perfect script, and you don't get to study for your PhD in Arbonne. You need to look for the experience. You have to do the work every day and develop your craft by practicing, practicing, and practicing some more. Practice the Discover Arbonne presentation. Practice what you're going to say to prospects. Practice what you're going to say when you're on the phone. Practice how you're going to approach a stranger. Practice how you're going to handle objections. Practice how you're going to invite someone to take a look at your business. And do all of those things in front of the mirror. We all start out not being really great at this, and it is only through time and commitment that you achieve success and get better. It's only by doing it. But that's also the beauty of what we do. This is an earn while you learn business. Follow your nation's duplicating system, and don't just do it for a little while and decide you need to change. Stick with it. Remember, the system isn't broken, you just haven't been doing it long enough. Keep going and you will get better every day. Practice really does make perfect. But if you expect perfection at the beginning of your business, or at any time really, you'll just end up feeling paralyzed and do nothing. We often say you don't need to be great to get started, but you need to get started to be great. So stop overthinking, stop making endless lists, stop wishing for easier. Instead, get better by getting in the habit of just doing it. If you don't have a full calendar, you're not in business, period. So number 3 is scheduling activity. Get in the habit of booking your calendar a minimum of 2 weeks in advance and expect cancellations. So also get in the habit of overbooking that calendar. We are an appointment-based business. Our calendars are king. You know, many people color code their calendars to distinguish between family, job, and Arbonne. And if you're using green for Arbonne, for example, you can quickly identify if you have enough activity on the books by just glancing at your calendar. And if not, pick up the phone. If your boss at your job gave you a task or a list of things to do, you do it, right, without question. However, when it comes to our Arbonne business, it's so easy to ignore us, what we know we need to do. We give ourselves out daily simply because we can, putting our businesses on the back burner and ultimately our dreams. Get in the habit of writing out the 6 most important things you need to do the next day before you go to bed each night. We heard that also from Monique today, right? That way you wake up on purpose and focused. And don't hide behind emails and texts. While they are convenient, they should primarily be used as a way to connect. If what you want to say to someone can be done via the phone, then pick up the phone. Stop hiding behind that technology. Ours is a relationship business, so build some. Know your audience, and of course use the preferred method of communication for your initial contact, but don't let it ever substitute for real interaction. Do 3 asks a day and ask for a referral, a coffee date, a group presentation, or have someone attend a Discover Arbonne or an event as your guest. Your goal is to schedule activity out of activity, which will set your business into perpetual forward motion. Remember, you just want to get something in front of someone, right? Okay, number 2 is no waiting. This is a personal favorite of mine from day one. I learned it from my amazing ENVP, Valerie Darien. But I had to experience this no waiting concept myself before I really made the connection. So I'm going to tell you this little story. On December 31st, a number of years ago, quite a few years ago, I met with a prospective business partner who said she was ready to get started. Then I did the unthinkable. I said, why don't we wait until tomorrow and sign you up January 1st? 'Cause I'm thinking January 1st, fresh year, whole month. You know what happened? The next day, she didn't return my phone calls, or the day after, or the week after. And the worst part was, she was my backyard neighbor, and I can see that she was home through my window and just avoiding my calls. When I did finally manage to speak with her quite a few weeks later, she explained that when she went home, she started to feel overwhelmed. She felt like she had too much on her plate and just didn't think she could fit another thing into her life at that time. Fair enough, but when I asked her, I don't know why I asked her this, but when I asked her what she would have done if we had signed her up right away that day at Starbucks, she said, "Oh, I would have got started." What? So you know what happened the next time I was talking to someone on the 31st of the month? Signed her up immediately and helped promote her to district manager the following month. Yeah, right? Woohoo! We know our business works any day of the month. So what happened in the first case? Why did I hesitate? I didn't trust myself and I doubted her, and I will never make that mistake again. There can't be any gray in what we do. It has to be black and white. We are in business every single day. Do you think that Warren Buffett or Bill Gates stops business on the 30th of the month and saves it for the following month? Doubt it, right? And if you stop on the 30th, what about the 29th or the 28th? Where does it end? I'll tell you where it ends. On the last business day of the month at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, when the online system is closed. Right? When someone has the right information to make the right decision for them, and that decision is yes, what do? We make their dreams a priority and get them going right away. Now, we know that not everyone is going to be ready after that first conversation or at the follow-up meeting. In fact, most people need 5 to 12 exposures to Arbonne before they say yes. No waiting also means getting in the habit of always moving the process forward. To keep moving that person in the right direction, it could be giving them a book to read. I love The Flip-Flop CEO or The Business of the 21st Century. Or it could be inviting them to an event so they can see the bigger picture. Moving the process forward can also mean getting people started on their product orders. Why, you may ask? Because we know that that people who experience the products and fall in love with them can solidify their decision to start their own business. I have many consultants on my team that started out as preferred clients. You know, Executive National Vice President Camilla Eves was a customer of Amy Sky's before she joined her business. She's a 4-wide ENVP today. Imagine if Amy hadn't started her with the products when she initially said no to the business. So remember, there is no waiting in Arbonne. So finally, number 1 is sponsoring. So who here wants to be a regional or a national vice president? Stand up. Woo! Awesome. Amazing. Okay, so everyone, the number 1 thing you need to do to achieve your goal is to build a team. It is single-handedly the number 1 thing you can do to accelerate your business success. Sponsoring is the lifeblood of our business. I'm sure you've all heard that before. So that means getting into the habit of inviting people to join your team every day. And ask people. Don't just talk about Arbonne and expect them to get the hint. You need to say the words, right? Sponsoring includes business partners and preferred clients. We know that you need both to have a solid, balanced business. Ask yourself, if every consultant in your business did your district number every month, would you be happy? If the answer is yes, you are on the right path and leading from the front. Your business is like a funnel. You have to keep sponsoring people into that funnel, keeping that top really wide by working the habits of personally sponsoring lots and lots of people. Some of them are going to go into the top and slide right out the bottom before you even know what happened. We all have those. They sign up, place a business order, and then they join the Arbonne Witness Protection Program. Right? You never hear from them again. I don't even understand how that possibly could happen, but it does. And it happens to people at all levels in this company. You also can't plug that funnel. I have news for you. People leave, and not just brand new consultants. You want to keep putting people into that funnel faster than they leave. The goal is to keep the bottom narrow by working your business building habits to motivate your team and keep their business momentum going. Most of us haven't even met our biggest players or aces yet, and they're out there waiting for us. Don't wait to ask somebody to join your business, because if you think they'd be great, others will too. This business is a gift, so get over yourself, be on purpose when you're out and about, and bringing Arbonne up will happen naturally and become a habit. Know that if you commit to setting clear, actionable, time-sensitive goals on a regular basis, you work hard at your practice, you keep your schedule full of activity, you take advantage of every opportunity without hesitation, and you keep personally sponsoring every month, you can't help but succeed. So in closing, I want to ask everybody to stop saying you're fine when everything isn't. Are you fine with a boss who beats you down at every opportunity? Are you fine because you weren't laid off and others were, but now you have to take on their workload too, and you should feel lucky because you have a job? Are you fine with a 2% raise but still can't make ends meet? And are you fine with putting your dreams on the shelf and always putting yourself last? Are you really fine? Or do you want something more? To modify a habit, you must decide to change it. And once you understand that habits can change, you have the freedom and the responsibility to remake them. Once you understand that habits can be rebuilt, the power of habit becomes easier to grasp, and the only option left is to get to work. One extra degree of effort is what separates those who are good from those who are great. I want you all to close your eyes and think about what you really, really want. Visualize it. What does it look like? I'm telling you, it's time to give yourself permission to be successful, to live up to your full potential. It's time to change your thinking. Erase any self-doubts you may have. Dream bigger than ever before. And decide what you want today and go after it with everything you've got. Every single one of you deserves this. So go out and get it. Thank you.